Hello again, everyone. It's a pretty quick turnaround since the last update, and that's for a particular reason, not because there's been a lot of stuff happening. It's more the fact that things aren't really happening. And I've been stuck in a rut. I've been having a lot of problems lately getting going on anything. Of course, we've done commentaries, which are very easy to get out, but producing all the videos that I want to produce, it's been taking a lot more. Everything's just been out of whack. I've been trying so hard to get something going, and nothing is working right in my brain. Last couple of weekends, when I have time off to do stuff, I'm not in the mode to do it. I've been very tired lately. I've been sleeping terribly well. It's like some weekends, like I don't get enough sleep. Like today, I didn't get enough sleep, so I feel weird in the brain. So things don't quite fit, and you're just tired all day. And so it's just like I've been just running into a wall lately, and like at points it's like I'm ready to call it burnout. And I was really frustrated yesterday. I was twisted all up in knots. I was having a lot of crises of different things. I've been having a lot of crises of different things lately, trying to figure out what the hell to do about everything. And I'm just kind of stuck right now. There are things I want to do, but things in life aren't aligning in the proper ways for me to actually do things. Like during the week, I'm so tired after work and stuff like that, I really don't have the energy and focus to be able to prep anything. Because like I've been talking about this entire color grading video that I want to do based off of all the things that keep changing with David Fincher's 7, but that takes a lot of prep work. I've got to go through and outline things and figure out what I'm going to say and how things are compartmentalized to kind of outline the entire idea. I haven't had any time. I haven't had any wherewithal to be able to take the time to actually do that. So it's just a difficult type of thing. When I get to the point of the weekend where it's like, okay, I got to get moving on something and start shooting something, I'm nowhere because I've got nothing prepped. I've got nothing set up. I've got nothing moving in my head to get going on anything. So it just keeps like everything's just a dead end. And it's just very, very difficult because I've shot the Blu-ray news stuff. I shot another update video. We put on a couple commentaries, but I haven't shot a review video in almost a month. And that's not good for me. It's like I've got a lot of things I've been wanting to do. I just can't get them done because like for the last 3 weeks, I've just been all completely screwed up. I just can't get anything going. It's like last weekend when we did Jurassic Park, I had 6 hours of sleep. And I got nothing done all weekend, aside from us recording that commentary at the beginning of the weekend. So it's like I just keep trying to get up on doing these things. It's like there's so much prep work involved, and I just don't have the wherewithal to get going with any of it. And I'm not saying I'm disappearing or anything like that. Just like I'm just feel a need to convey this to everyone because it's like I don't know. I keep trying to get started and things don't get started because I'm just not in the right frame of mind. Things aren't clicking in the right places for me. It's just like ideas come and go and nothing quite lands. And I got this idea last weekend. It's like, okay, usually doing something Star Trek related gets me out of a rut. When I don't know what else to do, I usually would fall back on doing a Star Trek movie review. And I did the first 6 films and I did First Contact. And I felt like, well, that's about as much as I'm really kind of enthusiastic about covering. And then I was kind of thinking back and forth. Another reason why I didn't get as much sleep last weekend also because I was up in the middle of the night trying to figure out what the hell to do with myself, and it kept me up too late, and things got all out of whack again. And I was like rationalizing out, okay, there's certain things I could talk about with Star Trek Generations. There's certain aspects of that film and various other production issues. There's a lot of things I could talk about in terms of critical analysis, why certain things didn't work right and certain things are this, that, and the other thing. I've been trying to grind this out all week. I've popped the film in a couple of times. I watched it with a commentary track on it, and I need future notes for myself. I cannot take notes on the film while trying to watch the film and listen to a commentary track. It just overclogged my brain. It just got really bad. And I had to just in the whole idea the other night. I was trying to get back in today. It's like, it's just not quite working. It's not like I'm abandoning the idea, but right now, the way I feel right now, I can't make it happen. I need to be in the right frame of mind and be well rested. And so I'm just needing to figure out what the hell is going on. I just need to get everything sorted back out, and just like it's just one of those things. Like life just keeps moving forward. You don't just get to pump the brakes, stop everything for like a week, and just resort out the entire life. It just doesn't quite work as well that way. So it's like it's this train that keeps rolling, and I need it to stop, and it's not stopping, and I just need to figure out what the hell to do to reorganize myself here. And one of the things, like, okay, I was all screwed up last night. I was all in a fit and everything, and things were just not just going anywhere whatsoever and just falling apart in my brain. And I was like, okay, well, I gotta fucking do something to get out of this. So I started not tearing down, but I started pulling posters off the walls. Like, I got a lot of dark posters up here. I've got, like, the Underworld poster and the Heat poster, which is all, like, dark black and blues. And it's like, this vibe is not working for me and everything like that. So I just... Usually if I do a little house cleaning, some kind of redecoration, stuff like that, it gets me moving, the blood flowing, maybe some endorphins, whatever the hell it is. It feels a tad therapeutic. It got me moving. So I started flipping through all my posters, and I came across my Batman Begins poster, which I've not had on a wall for, I don't know, God knows how long. I've moved twice before I've even had this thing on the wall. And so it's like, I started looking at the things, like I haven't watched Batman Begins in like a decade, since Dark Knight Rises kind of really pissed me off in a severe way in the theater, and I just threw most of the damn trilogy in the dumper and everything like that. It's like, I'm going to put this back up. So I was toying back and forth, and I found out Batman Begins is streaming for free pretty much on TNT's app or whatnot. We got cable. I logged in and stuff like that. I started watching. It's like, the film's actually pretty good. It's like, obviously most people know it's pretty good, but it's like, it was just kind of like, it was better than memory served, better than I really was giving it credit for the longest period of time here, and stuff like that. It's like, it's all right. It's like, I still got issues, some problems here and there. There's certain pieces of dialogue that don't work too well in the whole film. You can tell Nolan is not quite adept as well about the action storytelling. The visual storytelling is not as high as you get later on. There's a lot of fundamental problems I have, but it's like, Cass is so good, Bale's so good, Neeson is excellent in the whole film. I loved him as Ra's al Ghul. It's like, I love to see him play more villains because he's really good at it. Michael Caine, Gary Oldman, just like the performance is really pulling it through for me. So it's like, even though there's some things like some wonky things, like as partway through the film, it's like, you could almost convince me to do a video on it, but like, not right now. Not right now. I'd have to let it simmer and think and stuff like that. I don't even own the films anymore. That's why I had to pick it up on streaming. It's like, it got me out of the funk a little bit. It's like, I was watching, it's like, yeah, it's all right. It's kind of all right. I think more people kind of need people to focus back towards Begins a little bit more. Go back and watch it. Kind of give it a more credit. I think there's good things, even though, like I said, Nolan evolves more and more as a filmmaker in various aspects after this, where problems here and there. I've talked about things in other commentaries and stuff like that, little critiques and opinions I've had. I was turning around in my brain like, maybe do I want to go and hunt down the trilogy 4K pack? But it's like, I'm tired and stuff like that. I don't want to make big purchases or whatnot right now. I need to take some time. I got a day off on Wednesday. I'll reassess things and get sorted out in my brain of what the hell I want to do next. But it's just one of those things. Like I was watching, it's like this is actually making me feeling all right. It's something fresh in my brain that's allowing me to kind of like, that was actually pretty good. That was actually pretty good. Better than I kind of remembered it being, because again, I saw Rises. It kind of all the things that had tied back to Begins with the League of Shadows, stuff like that, and what the film did and various other things. I just had real problems with Rises, which kind of spoiled the first two films a lot more for me, which means it might be a little bit need for a reprisal or a reappraisal here and there. I don't know. I'm just talking in that regard, but just this entire thing I've been going through lately, just like it stems from a lot of different problems. One is the sleep problem. That just seems to be the recurring cause of certain things. I haven't been just having a lot of problems in that regard. If you've been around the channel for years now, it's kind of a thing that comes up over and over again, here and there. It's like I have stints where I don't sleep very well, and then things even out for the longest time, and then there's certain points where just like it doesn't want to function all that great anymore. So it's like, it's just something I just have to figure out, because if you don't get good sleep, you're kind of screwed. And that's kind of the stemming thing, but it's like, I just need to figure other things out in life right now. And just, first you got to be happy. You can't be productive if you're not happy. So I've got to get through this entire process of figuring all these things out, and just getting my head sorted out in a very good way here. So nothing is going away. I'm not shutting down the channel. This isn't like I'm taking a month off or something like that. I'm just letting you know, it's like, I haven't gotten a review video out. I've been filling things up with shorter things with the Blu-ray news and stuff like that, just keep a few things on its feet. And we're still going to have commentary coming up. We're going to be recording some stuff that's a more 90s slasher fare shortly. But I just felt like I need to let you guys know these things, because I know there's a whole culture of YouTube burnout, because the algorithm is not designed for human beings to function within it. It's designed for a machine. It's like a machine to create AI content to just punch out there like every hour of every day. And so it's like you get crippled by the analytics crap that keeps telling you, oh, your views are slightly lower than last week, which were slightly lower from the week before, and slightly lower from the last 6 weeks and stuff like that. That's all you kind of keep seeing. It drives you up a wall. It's not designed for good mental health whatsoever. Not at all. And so just like, it's so bad. It's so bad. It's so bad. I was watching some stuff from other channels that I know covered stuff like that. Patrick H. Willems, a fantastic video creator, producer, stuff like that. He's releasing a feature-length film up on the Nebula app this weekend or something like that. So I'm excited for him. But he put out a video like a year or two ago where it's like he felt burned out and had to go back and rewatch something that really just kind of, he always loved, that kind of refreshed him and kind of also made everything a lot more deeper relatable. And so he had to kind of figure out a new way of kind of organizing his work ethic, stuff like that. And Scott Nicewander from NerdSync, I love that guy. He's a wonderful, sweet guy all over the place. He had a video last year where he just got into a real depressed state because there was so many things just like this grinding him down in terms of video production and various other things that kind of hit him in succession, back to back with some other stuff. Just like, it's real, guys. I mean, this stuff can really beat the shit out of you, because it's not like a regular job can burn you out just as fine as anything else. But if you're going in, clocking in for a job, then you're clocking out for a job, that's a little bit more of a balance you can hit. When you're creating videos for YouTube, it's kind of like all day, every day. And I don't even do this full time, not at all. But just like one of those things, like you got to be kind of like on top of it with every free minute you have to try to figure out what you're going to do and get it all done. And it's real tough. It's just really difficult to do that type of stuff. So I'm just trying to figure it out right now, guys. And I felt like it would be good for me to express that to you guys. And so, like, I'm just trying to scramble to figure things out, and it's just driving me nuts. It's just like, it's just this vicious cycle I keep going through, and I just got to break it somehow. And then the thing was like, well, the only way to break it is to make a new video, but it's like, I can't get to that point. So I gotta kind of like scrap the board clean and start over and figure out where the fuck I'm going right now in terms of like sorting out my head and all this other shit to get myself in a productive, positive state of being. And there's just that type of shit. Like I said, we'll still do commentaries. I'm just trying to figure out what I'm going to do. Maybe I figure it out by Wednesday. Everything restarts itself out, and I'm back up on the thing, and I'm doing stuff. Maybe not. Maybe it's next weekend. I don't know. Whatever it is. I'm not saying it's going to be longer. It's going to be a short thing. It's just like when it figures it out, it figures itself out. So just like one of those things, like you just got to figure it out. You just got to work at it and just fucking decompress somehow. I don't know. I'm talking out my ass. I don't know what I'm trying to do, but I'm going to try to do something. And so I've been trying everything. I've been listening to podcasts. I've been listening to music. I've been trying this, that, and the other thing. I've been trying meditation, deep breathing. I just got to strip it back and just kind of like, okay, I got to just get healthy in the mental state and just get a good night's sleep. Because if I get a full night's sleep, I still wake up really tired. So it's like all these certain things. So I turned on my light therapy, my therapy light last night. I went out for a walk in the bright sunlight today, and all these other stuff. So I was just like, I'm just trying things to make myself, the body function the way it's supposed to, so I can do stuff that I want to do. I want to keep doing this stuff because I enjoy it. And like even then, it's like, okay, well, I had some productivity when I couldn't do a video. I wasn't there for that. I couldn't get on there. I wrote a 5-page screenplay, like this single scene screenplay that I had a spark of it 2 months ago, something like that. Who knows when it was? I just sat down. I had like 3 hours, just like banged it out while I was listening to the Michael Giacchino Batman score and a few other little things. I was just like, I knocked it out. But that's like, all these things. I got that longer, like, I don't know, it was like 12 pages, probably about twice as long, a little bit like that, about that short horror script I was talking about before. I got the single scene drama type of thing I've got now. So it's like trying to find the balance between all these different things and figure out where things are going to slot in and how I'm going to deal with it. It's a lot of stuff. I just need to figure out where the balance is. So that's a difficult type of thing. But I also have to go to a job 4 or 5 days a week. So that's just a whole balance. The balance is tough, man. It's real tough to figure out. I want to do the short film stuff. I also want to keep doing the video stuff for the channel. Then I also have a regular job. And so it's like, it's all difficult stuff. So one thing to add in here, if you're still sticking around after fucking 16 minutes here, is that the channel now has the Super Thanks feature on it. So if you want to support the channel, there's that option right down there below the video with all the likes and the share buttons and all that type of stuff. You can contribute money directly through YouTube now. You can contribute whatever you want. There's no set limit. There's no set anything. You can contribute whatever amount you want. And I get about, I think it's 70% of that. So YouTube takes about 30%. I get 70% of whatever you want to contribute. So if you don't want to do Patreon, stuff like that, if you just want to put in like a one-time thing, if there's something you really like on the channel, you want to contribute something, or you're just very pleased by all the commentaries, like my friend Bert has. He was the one who inquired about it, and he just like, okay, I figured it out. I heard about it from another channel about the Super Thanks feature, so I went off and like looked into the monetization stuff, looked up the information, I turned it on, and he gave me a little something for the stuff he's been entertained by on the channel. So that is an option now. So if you're interested, that is an option. And I'll bring it up a couple other times in future videos just so it gets spread around and people are aware of it. So that's a thing. So Patreon's also always there for the early access stuff. I always wish I could do Patreon exclusive content, but as I'm kind of getting into, I work as much as I can on my free time to do stuff that's already on the channel. So I don't have additional time to do additional stuff that's just for the Patreon feed. I've come up with ideas, but I just don't have the time to execute without just like, okay, maybe do something, figure out something like that, but then we have to sacrifice not doing something else. So it's like, it's not addition to, it's instead of. So it's like, I don't like that idea. So I would sooner prefer to have the stuff that everyone gets to see instead of doing something just for the Patreon that takes something away from everyone else. So that's not the thing I want to do. So I want to do everything I'm doing now. If there's any chance at all to ever do anything more, that would be informed to everyone. But right now, that's what things are. So if you want to support the channel, watching stuff, sharing things around is also a major thing to actually just expand the channel, get more eyes on it, more people interacting, more views, all the type of stuff. That helps enormously. But also the comments, interactions on the video, whether it's comments or likes, that improves the entire thing. The algorithm likes that stuff. More people interact with the video, the longer the reach of the channel is. So that helps enormously. So if you just post comments, like stuff, anything like that, it all helps. It all feeds into the algorithm to make things healthy around the channel, to keep things going on a very high level, because a lot of things happened at the beginning of the year where I had my health crisis, and then the Miami Vice video, which I had finally finished after over a month of work. Then it got blocked by Universal, so I lost ad revenue for 2 months on that thing, and things just derailed at the beginning of the year. So the analytics have not caught back up to where they were before, and it's just a very difficult thing when I'm having all these other problems. So you guys interacting and contributing to what's going on here helps everything out. So I very much deeply appreciate that. And so whenever I get around to the next thing, you will know about it. So when I actually have something shot, I will promote that. Until I have something actually shot on the camera here and ready to go into editing, I'm not really going to say anything about I'm working on this, I'm working on that. When everything's in the editing bay, that's when things get promoted and saying I'm moving forward on shit. So there's that, and I didn't want to do really media pickups here because there hasn't been a lot, and again, and the main things are all Star Trek things. This arrived a day early. I actually bought the entire series of Voyager, and it was just the fact that I had Paramount Plus, and whether it was Paramount Plus or Plus through Amazon Prime, the masters of the episodes just looked really poor. A lot of the de-interlacing was not done well. They had, again, you can't do a whole lot with the encoding from the standard depth material, but it didn't look good. And on Paramount Plus, instead of like black pillar bars, they would do dark gray. And I just had a lot of problems with it, and it was really pissing me off. And so it's just like I really couldn't deal with that anymore. So I eventually saw really the lowest price possible on Prime. I didn't even have Prime. This thing was cost enough, or I didn't even have to get Prime. But just like I had the lowest price possible on Amazon. I'm just like, okay, I don't expect to find a better price. So I hit pay for it. Took a little while. It was going to be delayed getting here, but I actually arrived well ahead of schedule. So I got that. And so I got that, and I had picked up a couple of things that, like, I was going to fill in the gaps a little bit, but I bought a couple more of the DVD collective things, the fan collectives. I got the ones for the Borg and the Captain's Log stuff, which has some pics from the actors who played the captains on the series and a few other little interviews here and there. And I also got some Blu-ray sets, which are for All Good Things and Redemption off of Next Gen, which has additional bonus features that are not on the regular Blu-ray series season set. So you can see how I was definitely on that kick to kind of keep going on Trek stuff, which, again, is not abandoned. It's just like I need time to reassess and get my head right. But, like, it's like I'm glad I got Voyager. I got to get 3 more seasons of Deep Space Nine, and I really just almost never have to watch anything on streaming for Trek ever again. So there's that. I don't have TOS. I had seasons of TOS, and I was like, I never watched them, so I sold them off. I'll reassess at a later point in time. But Next Gen, Voyager, DS9, and a few other things here and there. So those are my main series that I watch. So I just don't want to have to watch stuff on streaming no more. I don't want to hop around between these stupid things and deal with shit. So I just like, I own it, and that's it. Then eventually, if they ever announce an HD upgrade for DS9 and Voyager, then so be it. Right now I have discs. I don't have to pay for any fucking streaming service. I ad nauseum forever. So I'm done. So there's that. And that's all I got for you guys at this point in time. Again, I've been trying to figure out retro video series stuff. I tried to do one on the Keep a couple of weeks ago, and I had an anxiety attack. I really was having that. I seriously was. I was like, had the stuff set up. I actually shared stuff briefly on social media about it. That I photographed. I had the stuff set up. I was going to get in the video, shooting it, and then I started getting overwhelmed with this anxiety about the whole thing. And I realized, I did not prepare well enough for this thing. I didn't write up notes. I thought I could do everything off the top of my head, and no, this wasn't going to work. So I had to shut that down. And it's just been really bad. It's been really bad. It's like I haven't been my normal self dealing with things as I should, preparing the way I should. I've been trying to jump into things too fast because now I've got 2 days off. Trying to figure things out and jump into things, and it's bad. It's not the way I need to do things. I know that never fucking works. It never works. So I'm trying to figure something out really quick on the fly. It never comes out. But I get this vicious cycle of ambition and worry and stuff like that. I gotta stop this. It's shit. It's terrible. I have to stop doing this. I need to consult with some other people, see what the hell they do about certain things. I just need to figure this out because it's not functioning right. So guys, like I said, I'm not going anywhere. I just need to figure out how to clear up these issues that are causing the problems. So I just got to figure that stuff out, get my head straight, and move forward and get going. Because I want to do these things. I want to do these things so bad. And I got to think about not being so far behind. I just got to get rested, deal with things right, stop worrying so goddamn much, and just move forward and on a healthy plane. I just need to figure that out because it's not been doing well lately. It's been weeks dealing with this, and it's not going anywhere good. So me getting out here talking to you guys kind of puts things on a level here, I feel, for myself, that you guys are aware of it. I'm kind of held a little bit accountable to deal with that situation. So I'm going to deal with it. So next time you see me in front of the camera, unless it's a Blu-ray news video, which is not a high-stress type of thing, doesn't require the same level as a retro video series or movie review type of thing. If I'm doing a review video or something like that, you'll know things are on better level there. So guys, I don't think I need to say much more in terms of like thanks and appreciation and stuff like that. I think I've been gushing about that so far. You guys are always great. You're always supportive, and when I had a lot of things going on in the early part of the year, you guys were there for me, and you understood everything, and you were very much supportive. So all that great stuff. So it's been a hell of a goddamn year. It's only half done. So fuck all. Life is difficult, and you just kind of have to figure it out. So guys, I wish I had some better stuff, but I mean, if there's some other things you want to check out for me in terms of like, not the review stuff, but you can go back and watch a lot of the short film stuff I did. I did all the stuff I did for Dead of Night. The stuff I tried doing for Kill Shot, this web crime thriller web series, that was a little bit more than I could chew. That we only got 2 episodes done, but they really do stand out very nicely as like standalone stories. They are kind of like complete stories within themselves. So it's like, you go off and check those out. I'll have some things on the end screen you could check out. And I never posted on the YouTube because I just didn't quite feel as strong about putting it out on this platform. But my feature-length film, The Fixture, which took me exceptionally and absurdly long time to get finished due to numerous soundtrack issues I had getting the thing put together, it is up on Vimeo for free. Because I had problems where Amazon shut down their manufacturer on demand program, so you couldn't get it on DVD no more. Same thing with Dead of Night and the Hemi DVD I put together years ago. Those are all out of print now, so those are just not happening. And then Fixture got kicked off of Prime Video because, I guess, again, algorithms and stuff like that, again, just like they're very poor. And so, like, probably just like, it was a feature-length film that shot on standard video that probably wasn't meeting everyone's kind of general expectations and like looking for stuff on Amazon Prime. You're expecting a certain high production value of certain films you're looking for, so probably wasn't the best avenue for something like that. Where it was something that it's not perfect. It's a bit clunky in places just in terms of like technical qualities and the fact that we are just learning as we went along. It's like our DP stood us up on the first day of production. Then, like, I had to get another DP who helped us out on a very tight crunch. Then I had to get Eric Waltman, who was also involved with it, but also I had to shoot some stuff as well. So it was a run and gun type of production that we were amazed to actually get it all done finally. It took a monumental effort to get it done, but it was like you could see like we could all do it a hell of a lot better now. But it's kind of a relic of its own time and what we were doing back in like 2007, when we didn't have HD camcorders really to work with and stuff like that. We had just rudimentary stuff and learning all our stuff as we went along. But if you're interested, it's up on Vimeo, along with my commentary track for it. For all these things, I have comedy tracks for all this stuff. It's all up on Vimeo. I'll link to the stuff that's here on YouTube in the description and on the end screen if you're interested. Check that stuff out. If you want to give me some comments or kick back on anything like that, be interested. Dead of Night was highly inspired by Manhunter. And I have a black and white version, which we intended to shoot it as black and white, but I also created a color version. Just for anyone who has had an aversion towards black and white, there's also a color version if you're interested. So we shot it all in color. I made it black and white in post and also did a color version later on. So all these different things. So if you're interested, I got links below. I got other stuff in the end screen. Go check it out. Let me know what you think, because all this stuff is like really, really early on old stuff that, again, whenever we get around to actually bringing myself and Eric back together, we can shoot something, get some other people involved. Steve wants to be involved with stuff. So it's like once we all get back together on a project, get things sorted out, I just think it's just going to be enormously better. Better quality. We're going to be obviously shooting like HD or 4K. That alone, now that I'm losing my voice, that alone will improve things on a technical level, but just our skills as filmmakers will be highly improved whenever we get back around to producing something. So that's a point for me to stop the video and just thank you guys for sticking around and supporting things, and we absolutely love you. Even though it's been a long time since Trent has been involved on the channel with anything, he's still in the loop. He still appreciates you guys. Whenever we get him back on here, I'm still trying to arrange something in his schedule, but he's got a lot of stuff going on. And so I keep wanting to get another commentary recorded with him, which would be a sequel to something we already did before. But I'll leave it at that. So I don't want to tease anything until we actually have something set and recorded and ready to go. So guys, thanks so much. Thank you so deeply. Take care. Bye-bye.